Yo everyone, Thabreakmasta here, and this is gonna be my Mawaru Penguin Jump episode 9 review. So before I jump into this review, I'll say it's another good. This show is actually a pretty good show. It's good. This is a good episode. It's really, it shows Himari's past in this episode. So look forward to that. So basically, in this episode, we get to see Shoma, Kamba, and Himari. They're at this place watching penguins, and like, oh wow, look at the penguins and yada yada yada. The penguin just like sitting there, not really doing much, and then like Himari ends up seeing this other penguin that's not theirs. It's not Kamba, Shoma's, or Himari. So she's like, who's that penguin? She's wondering about it. So she was going to it, and following it and stuff like that. And then the penguin was basically leading her somewhere. And this penguin kept going places to places, and she ended up returning a book, and because she was at a bookstore. And so then the penguin makes this weird door, and then the penguin opens the door, and they end up seeing this big gigantic library. And basically we end up getting introduced to this new character, and his name is Sanatoshi. And he has pink hair and stuff. So Sanatoshi is the person that runs that little library. This is like an underground library that only special people can go in. Basically, the people that are a part of this penguin drum stuff that's going on. So yeah, and I guess he knows who Himari is with the hat and stuff. So this guy ends up trying to look for a book for her because she was trying to get a book called Save the Penguin or something like that. She was trying to look for a book like that, and so he was looking through the books, and each book had something about her past. And basically her past was about her, Himari, Hibari, and Hikari. And those two are her best friends, Hibari and Hikari. And so they're supposed to be doing this little recital idol thingy or something like that, and if they win, something happens. I think they like become famous or something. So they're trying to think of a name to call themselves, and they're thinking of names, and Himari ends up thinking, "How do we call each other AAA? Because we all have H's in our name." And like, "Oh yeah, this is really good, yeah." And so they're trying to get ready, and they had to get matching bows for their hair because they're all gonna have like same hairstyle, so they have this, the bow in the hair. But her mom didn't get the right bow, so that made Himari all mad and stuff, and get mad at her mom. Like, you gotta get the right bow. You can't buy it later. You gotta do it now, please. You promise. You promise. And then she ends up knocking this mirror over and ends up smashing her mother, basically, because she was going after Himari, but then her mom protected her. And so she got really hurt, and like her face is gonna be scarred for life, basically, because of that glass going really deep into her face. And Himari was feeling really, really bad about that. And so, "I'm sorry, mom. I'm sorry, mom." It's like, "Don't worry. I want to see you perform and do that play. You're gonna be an idol, aren't you?" And yeah. So as that was going on, they end up she ends up telling her friends what's going on. And her friends are like, "Well, let's go see what your mom's doing and stuff." And they're like, "What about the play and stuff?" It's like, "Don't worry, we're best friends. We can do this some other time or whatever. Your mom comes first because you care about her and stuff." And she's like, "Thank you guys, thank you." And yeah, so after that happens, because there's like two books. This is like the third book, like the last one, basically, because the guy was reading. And so towards the end, she ends up being older, and like, I guess if her mom never got hurt and then she actually goes to that play, they would have been an actual group, a pop idol group, because apparently Hibari and Hikari actually are a group right now, and their name's his name's Double A, and they actually show him a few times. I didn't even notice that. So I mean that's actually puts a little story to what these people are. And so yeah, if that didn't happen, she could have been a thing. And so the person was like, Sanatoshi was like, if you had never happened, you'd become a star. Like, do you feel resentment for this, or like you feel like jealousy or something like that? She's like, "No, I don't know. It's just kept saying that." And so but the story isn't over yet, is what he was saying. So there's like, once you wake up, maybe you can finish the chapter. There'll be a person in your life that you're gonna be engaged to and stuff like that. And she's like, "Who is this person?" And then he ends up pulling out this hat. That penguin hat, and ends up putting it on her, and then she ends up transforming to that little dress thingy she has and stuff like that. And so then the ground started to fall, and she was falling and stuff. And the guy was trying to kiss her, but she's like, "No." So she was falling, and then he ended up dropping this apple, and she remembers this apple from a long time ago from this other guy, and she's trying to remember who this person is. So whoever that person is his gonna be her, his her bride or her man, whatever. So, and apparently, I don't know what's going on because Shoma, they're at the penguin place, they're supposed to be watching penguin stuff. So I'm like curious, was that a dream or something? Because she woke up in her bed, so she's like, was it all a dream? And I'm curious, was it really all a dream or what? And so when she woke up, she ended up getting this phone call, and she ended up hearing that Shoma got hit by a car, and yeah, it's an episode. And I'm curious, what the heck, what's going on? What happened? Because Kamba also had a call too in the first part of the episode, I forgot to say. But I'm curious what the heck's going on here. Because now it's like confusing now. Because now Shoma's gonna get hurt because Ringo actually called Himari, which is weird. So I don't know what Ringo and Sho are doing, but yeah. So I'm curious what's going on here because like this episode was really interesting and it's just making the story really really good. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you've seen the episode, leave a comment below and tell me what you think of this episode. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a really good anime actually. And then leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Rate if you like Mawaru Penguin Drums, and if you like my review, and subscribe to my channel for more Mawaru Penguin Drum. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmasta, and until then, break out.